Hey, Noble CFO. This is Art Zouster again. Hey, we're going to go through the Noble CFO business system. When you become a Noble CFO, join me in this journey of providing Noble CFO, fractional CFO work to small business. These are some of the stages or topics we cover in depth, and we'll talk about each of these over the series of the next 5 videos. The first one is the calling. Are you a Noble CFO? Do you want to become a Noble CFO? Is this the right path for you? I want to make sure that folks that join me in this journey are aligned with the purpose of the Noble CFO, the values of the Noble CFO. I want to make sure that this is really something you want to do. Building a business is hard work. There's no question that it brings many of us outside of our comfort zone. Particularly when you're starting, you have to be very consistent and dedicated to building the base of this business. I've been doing this for 14 years, and I've built a business that's monthly recurring. I know what I'm going to provide my clients. They know what I'm going to provide them. They're happy to pay the monthly bill, and we have built strong relationships between the client and myself because I knew this was what I wanted to do. And I knew the benefits that I would get from building my own practice as compared to becoming a W-2. And that drove me to do what I knew it would take to build this business. And it wasn't easy. Again, the first few years were pretty tough, but I kept at it. We've talked about this a lot because this is the foundation of a Noble CFO, is stewardship. And we've talked about the stewardship of profits and people and partners and places. And it's really key, if you want to join this journey, that you understand stewardship. That's more than just helping a business owner understand the profits he's making and how to make more profits. It's understanding that those profits also lead to partnering and stewarding the employees and the partners of vendors and customers and the community. So those are very key to becoming a Noble CFO. And I need people that are joining me on this journey to understand what that means. It plays out in how you do business. It isn't always easy, and I can't say that I'm proactive in that all the time, but it's always on my mind. How do I help make sure that the culture that is being developed in this business understands stewardship? We also really need to understand what's called vision founder fit. If you want to become a founder of your fractional CFO practice under the umbrella of the Noble CFO, we need to make sure that it's aligning with your life values, right? What do you want your legacy to be? What do you want your business to be? How do you want to balance your work and your family and the work that you do perhaps in the community? All these things have to be a fit. And so we dive into and look at what does that really mean? And is becoming an Noble CFO part of this founder fit? Are you going to live out the values? Is this a business you want to create? So we dig into that and we make sure that this is the right fit for you, that as a founder of your practice, that it fits with your values and how you want to do business. We really need to understand, and part of this first training is understanding and assessing your readiness. Is this something I want to do? Is this something I can do? And can I succeed at it? And I ask some pretty deep questions, and I ask really only 2 questions, but I dig into the answers to your questions. And we help identify, is this really what I want to do? And can I do it? Most of you, if you've done controller work, you've done CFO work, the technical aspects are not difficult. But building a business and working as a fractional CFO takes something different than just providing financial reports. and we want to make sure you can succeed at it. And so there's some work we do to do that in the training process. The other piece that we really have to understand and help you understand is, what is your personal why? Why do you want to do this? The reality is, it's probably easier to go find another W-2 job. If you don't like where you're working, you can probably find another W-2 job. Maybe it pays some more, maybe it pays about the same. Benefits are pretty similar. Maybe you'll jump, right? Because for whatever reason, you're tired of the W-2 job you're working, so you try to find another one. It's easy to do that. If you're going to build a fractional CFO practice, have to understand, why do you want to do that? Now, what motivates me is going to be different than what may motivate you. If you've seen my posts, you've seen I travel a lot and I work while I travel. Now, not everybody wants to do that. Not everybody's interested in traveling. So we have to understand, what is your why? Maybe it's just because you want to be able to be more available to your kids or your grandkids. Maybe it's just the satisfaction of owning your own business. We drive into the why. Why do you want to do this? Because when it gets tough, we want to make sure you understand the motivation. The motivation has to be internal to you to be able to succeed. And so understanding your why is critical to helping you keep going through the tough times. And we talk a lot about this and have these values that we make sure that that's part of who you are. These are sort of values that you live by and can live by and understand. Through these coaching sessions, you learn how to build your business without selling out your integrity, right? So often I've heard about, and I've experienced it myself, being in a business environment as a W-2 employee, you're asked to do some things that I'm not sure that I agree with what is being asked of me, but I don't want to lose my job. And it's kind of gray, so I guess I'll go ahead and do it. Well, those sort of things kind of can tear at your soul. And so how do you build your fractional CFO business with integrity? How do you align who you are with what you do? My life and business are so intertwined that I love what I do, and it's really easy for me to come into my home office, work all day. I don't get distracted, but hey, grandkids comes downstairs, I could pop out of my office and go see them. I got to run an errand. I got to do this, got to do that. It's really easy to take time out from your business and understanding the discipline of making sure that you're accomplishing what you need throughout the month. So that's the first stage. That's the first topic that we deep dive into training, helping you understand when you become a Noble CFO. This is a very comprehensive training and helping you individually, you become a better person, become a better CFO, and live out those values of stewardship. So that's the first topic. Join me here again as we go through the next topic and all through the 5 topics that really you will experience in greater depth when you become a Noble CFO. Thank you, and I look forward to this journey together with you.